Hello Aries, and welcome to your reading. So, I think it's straight. Anyway, okay, so I meditated on your energy, Aries. And by the way, it's gonna be your birthday in March, so happy birthday in advance. All right. Solar return, it's a good time to make your wishes for the year. Try to be in the highest vibration on that moment so that it has feedback for the whole year. Okay, so what I did, I pulled up one first card from Spirit, just one from a major arcana deck that I have, to see the basic energy. And the card that came out is the Pope. I don't know if you can see it. There's the Pope. So the Pope being discernment, being our capacity to bring our morality, our wisdom into the actions of our daily life. What our 3D reality looks like. It's the counterpart of the High Priestess, which is our spirituality, our connection to the divine. The Pope is supposed to apply it in our life. Through the Pope, we get the discernment of the lessons, and therefore we're able to have it a bit more easy once we are with him. So that means that this month, this will come into view for you. What Spirit wanted to talk about, first card that came out, the Devil, right away. So that means either you already went through him or you're going to face him at the beginning of the month. The Devil, Saturn, of course. It is those part of us that can be, there's a positive part of the Devil, of course, card, and a negative part. But in the tarot, and the way I see here what is happening, there's 3 stages to enlightenment. And the first stage is to face your demons, face your illusions, face what keeps you in the dark, what keeps you in low vibrations. And the positive, the Devil is focus, discipline, hard work, and things like that of the Capricorn. But on the spiritual aspect, his role is kind of to trick us with our ego into these things, denying the spiritual or the invisible world that is our reality, make it more material, and therefore making us believe that that's our reality, that that's what it is. Trying to be happy by having stuff or whatever, you know, that, like keeping it on that level, making us believe that we will always struggle, that life is hard, and all of these things. And so this is why the mudra that he does with his hand is what you see is what there is. So there's nothing past this reality. And the Pope does the opposite. He will do this. And in this card, he points out a star, a 5-pointed star on his chest with the G on it for God. And the 5-pointed star, it's us, our 5 senses, the human in this world. So it's like mind over matter. The soul experimenting in this reality. It's that understanding. So here we see the 2 opposites happening. The second card is the 5 of Swords. Now the 5 of Swords, this is Venus in Aquarius. Venus, that is beauty, abundance, and all of that, you know. And Aquarius, that is supposed to have that social consciousness, And so when it is a distortion, it's almost trying to win, to gain, without the social consciousness. That's why this guy is all happy of defeating the two others, and with no care, because it is to gain something that he wants, that he desires. So with the devil and this, now you could be experimenting this yourself, noticing this inside of you, or somebody doing that to you. It's the same energy whether we do it or we somebody does it to us. It's a way to understand that energy. If somebody does it to us, there's a part of us that can mirror it. So either we believe it or something like that. So in a way, this would be believing that other people can screw us for their own benefit, abuse us. And that's not surprising, because the two cards after, I have the 5 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. So using us for our craft, for what we do, for what we bring to the table, not recognizing us. So there you are, giving and doing and building for everybody around, but you don't get anything. And the devil in this case is telling you that that's what you believe. 5, 5. The 5s are the distortions that need to be readjusted. All the 5s are ruled by Saturn. They are karmic lessons that we need to readjust our belief or our vision of things, so that we can be more in harmony. How that is going to show. So here, under the devil, I have the Queen of Swords. There you go. Queen of Swords. Even if you are a fire sign, this can be you, or like I said, it could be somebody else. That would be somebody really expressing it, seeing it, like with the devil and all. That tells me that because the Queen of Swords at her best, when she's high vibration, she has transformed all of her past pains into wisdom, and she looks at things from a very discernive way, like the Pope is supposed to be. You know, there's the lesson. But here, since there's the devil right over it, and we have the 5 of Swords here, and under we have like 5 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles. That means not having let go of conflicts, of times where we weren't in power, where maybe people did not listen to us, our will did not pass. Keeping that in and having that as a vision into how we perceive the world, how we see the world. And this is your devil. So by carrying this, by not having it transformed into wisdom, it's like if you would put glasses that have that filtering everything that you live. So if you've been screwed so many times in the past, not seeing for your value, not appreciated, made so many sacrifices, that's how you see everything in front of you. So this month you have the capacity to remove that, because what is happening under our 5 of Swords, we have the Tower and Death. So when I was talking about in tarot the devil being the first step into illumination, because you have to face your demons, your darkness, your shadow, before you can ascend to a higher vibration of light. The second card is the Tower. It is called the Awakening. And that is when you face your shadow. Oh my God, it's true that I do this. It's true that because I felt so screwed in the past, sometimes I feel like I have to maneuver or that I feel that the universe is always screwing me all the time. This is your five of swords here. So by looking at it, there you open yourself up for the divine to send a lightning bolt to destroy that, destroy the way, because you understand that you cannot reach enlightenment that way. That has to be destroyed. That illusion has to crumble down. That's why the tower is called awakening. And with death, that means it's an awakening that will transform you. These are two very powerful cards together. It's not just a ha-ha moment, but it's it's an awakening that will transform you. And under that, I have the Ace of Wands. So there you start with a brand new fire, a brand new spark of passion. This is a reigniting of the soul. After that, we have, of course, under our Three of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles. So these two, you know, it's like, since there's this transition happening, going from the Five of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, it's going from I'm giving to everybody, I have no recognition. And when we are in that frame of mind, even if people tell us and give us recognition, it just doesn't reach. We don't believe it, or something like that. So going from the Five of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles, where we are appreciated, we are recognized for what we bring to the table, we are ready to build anew with people that can see us, and of course we can see ourselves. So that means that the mirrors in your life will be different. Two of Cups. For some of you, this will be like a relationship that will transform, or the people around you will transform, in the sense that maybe they won't be the same people, or you will start attracting people from a different vibration because you will let go of that vibration. So because as long as you hang on to these things, you are going to attract people that are always going to show that to you. You get rid of that vibration, then the mirrors in your life will change. You will attract people that see you in a different light, because you will see yourself in a different light. And after that, after your spark, there you are, Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups. Look at that. This is, I mean, if you were in a very bad relationship, that's the end of it. And there you go, you're transforming, new passion, new relationship at a way different level. Or if you were single, because you were holding on also to all of that. Because we have to remember here, there's the Pope. So there's a readjustment of the engagement we have in life. So even if it's not romantic, if it's just the people around us, being able to share high emotions, transcending our emotions, bringing our heart out there with a brand new passion. So you see, there's kind of a transition, a rebirth, something like that. So let's clarify this. Call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Call upon my guides. Help me clarify this reading for Aries. Okay, so let's look at the devil right away. Spirit, the devil. Let's look at the devil. Oh, not close to the candle. Oh, don't look at it. I'll put it somewhere else. There you go. Okay. The devil. cards. Yes. There. That's good. That's good there. Okay. Okay, sorry. The devil. My God. I'm not helping, eh? No. That's Mr. Black Buddy. So, there you go. So, I have the Eight of Pentacles. Wait a minute. There you go. I'm going to show it to you because these are very nice artwork from Rakam. The Rakam artist that used to do the fairy drawings for fairy book stories. Eight of Pentacles. This is working. This is how we invest our energy in this world and what we get out of it. The results that we see. So right away, the consciousness of the limit that we impose ourselves, either in what we can receive or how the world is toward us, is exactly the results that we get. In work, in relationships, in all of that. So it's like you're seeing this right at the beginning of the month. So maybe you saw that even like in December, January, you know, or February. But it kind of, the month of March is the month you're going to be addressing it. Like even if you got conscious about it, now you're going to address it and transform it. Okay. Now, the Five of Swords. Five of Swords for Aries. Aries, Five of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. There's the Ten of Pentacles. You have a nice little scenes of elves playing music and children. Ten of Pentacles, of course, it's the summum of our 3D world. Family, generational things. So that tells me that this is probably something that you cut from your family. Maybe even your own family did not recognize you. It's a repeated pattern. You can look at your mother, you can look at your father, and in their lives, and the similitudes with what you've been living, and what you were able to recognize for yourself, and others recognize in you from the efforts that you make. There's something to look at in this way. Because you probably have the feeling that if you would have been, let's say, recognized, so in a way, paid for all the work that you did, or acknowledged for all the care that you gave and all of that, you wouldn't be in the situation you are now. So if there's a disbalance on this level in your life, you are going to face the devil inside of you. That means the illusion, the false belief that you have about yourself and the world, that makes you have this reality, the Pope, that makes you have this 3D reality in your life. So now the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles, these are two different energies. So one can influence the other. And I think it's going to depend on the transformation and the tower that you have. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. What is it? Ah, there it is. Ace of Cup. Look how beautiful that Ace of Cup is. So, Ace of Cup, yes. See, it all goes to self-value, where you've put your energy, how much you allow to receive. The last row here has a lot to do with cups. Here we have swords and wands and things like that, trying to figure out things and fight our way in life, and then realizing it all comes down to the vibration of our emotions and allowing things to come in. Okay, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, we have the repeat of the Five of Swords. There's the Five of Swords in this deck with the Seven of Cups. There's the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups and the Five of Swords in the Rider-Waite is this card here with the guy. Yeah. And so, and the Seven of Cups, it's the guy with all the cups in the clouds. So that tells me that that feeling, that energy of Venus in Aquarius here, that, you know, either you have to strategize so much to try and get a little bit, or that people kind of abuse you and screw you for their own benefits and you end up with nothing. This is how you imagine life. This is how you project emotionally the possibilities in your life. So how you make your little movies. So like I was saying, the glasses that you have here, Queen of Swords, the sword that she has in her hand, that's supposed to filter with the sword of truth and wisdom and understanding reality, so that she has a clear perception of what is in front of her, is kind of crooked by these energies. So there's a lot of projection. So maybe you can end up at one point, and this, like I said, you can live that yourself, or somebody else is doing it to you. The kind of projection, like you think somebody is screwing you, but they're just there to help. And by thinking that, you are going to act in a certain way that they end up not giving to you, or whatever. And so this is what if somebody's doing it to you, or if you're doing it to somebody else. It changes the perception. In the devil, we don't like to look at him. We don't like to think, no, I'm perfect the way I am. Especially this, in many cases, you were victim of circumstances, and he makes you believe that that is your case. And so to have the courage to face that and to take back our power on this situation by taking the responsibility of the perception we have in this moment takes a lot of courage and a lot of integrity. So this is a big path of awakening that you're going through. So, and here is the Tower and death. So it's kind of going to be shocking but liberating at the same time, and empowering, because look at what it brings you after. Four of Swords. Well, that is healing. Four of Wands. Healing and joyful. In the sense that well, the force come and have this stability and have this kind of a structure. So with the wands, it's the structure of the willpower, that it is the transformation of the structure of your willpower. And with the swords, because I did make the mistake with the swords here, because the cards are not obvious, so I'm gonna keep it in my mind also, which would be the healing through understanding of how we got so disappointed in the past. But the transformation of the structure, that means the way that we build things, that we and death here, you know, that's structure. The skeleton is our structure. Everything's changing, but we are taking away what no longer, what doesn't serve us, and we keep the structure. Four of Wands. But we are going to do things differently. Four of Wands is often celebration and things like that. How you celebrate life, how you join with people and things like that. It's changing. Let's look at the Two of Cups here. Six of Cups. Look at that beautiful balance here, the children on the rooftop. Six of Cups, it's the balance of the heart chakra. It's the soulmates. It's bringing people that will vibrate at the level of your heart, of your vibration. Because that karma is going to be finished. And when I say karma, I mean lesson. You know, Saturn's there right at the beginning to show you that lesson. And now this month you will have the energy to transform it and to look at it and transform it. Here, by not holding on to the past conflicts and things like that. Ace of Pentacles. There it is. The Ace of Pentacles. So, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Here the Fool. A brand new way to see, feel, touch life. Pentacles, you can plant. You can start growing something. This is how you grasp reality. Brand new passion, brand new pentacle. Ace, ace. By doing this transformation, you're kind of bringing towards you totally new, it's a new cycle, of course, but with those two aces, but on a higher level, not a repeat of the same thing, so that you can see another aspect of the same lesson and another aspect of the same lesson. Here you're going to look at yourself and see that, and you're going to let it transform. Let the enlightenment of the divine, okay, it's going to be hard on the ego, but keep yourself on the higher, on your higher self part, and it's going to go much more smoothly. The more you'll be in your ego, the more this transition is going to be hard. Here I have Temperance. That's Temperance. Temperance with the Ace of Wands. So all of this was part of your transformation, of the maturing of your emotions. Temperance is that going from one cup of water into another cup of water, to transmute, like in alchemy. The symbol of the sun right on the third eye and the Rider-Waite, because you're doing all of this by the knowledge of the bigger picture. So the bigger picture is not each event per se and you keep it as your own story. You're looking at the bigger picture. It's your soul trying to learn and experiment something. Through experimentation, learn and understand and ascend, grow, purify. Like the tempering of a metal. And so this is telling me also, we call it divine timing. It's because in the month of March you will be ready to see this. And therefore being able to start anew a completely new way of doing things, of celebrating life, of joining with people, of building things. Knight of Cups and 10 of Cups after. Isn't that beautiful? And there I have the repeat of the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Isn't it beautiful? You have a child and a mother under the sea there with the fishes and everything. Because the 2 of Cups is also that. It's not just romantic. It's all the mirrors in our life. But they're opening your heart up and being ready to share on a 10 of Cup level your emotions. Because they will be free of that filter. So that is beautiful, and that is transforming your 3D reality from a bigger picture, from a transformation. So the Pope is discernment, and it is banishing or electing. It is giving the result in the 3D world of our spiritual evolution. So there you go. It kind of brings back all of this. So Aries, a beautiful transformation for you this month. A great transformation. These are the energies for you. It's a general reading, so that means, and there's free will. So these can come to your senses this month. And it's up to you if you want to go through it and face it and accept to transform. Beautiful things are going to come to you at the end of the month. Probably a new relationship for a lot of you. It can be new friendship, but just having this rise in the mirrors around you. All right? Namaste. Happy birthday again. Private readings, all the description is going to be below, and thank you again for the donations, the ones of you that gave. New moon, full moon, I do a special ceremony to give you back, and well, I'll see you next month, Aries.